Hi friends, I'm Leodin with Leodin Makes, and I'm back with another 11.0 Beads of the Month Club, as well as the single 11.0 Delicas of the Month Club. And these are from Beads of the Month Club at adornableelements.com. I'm not affiliated with them, I'm just a longtime subscriber and fan. So let's take a look at what came this month. So for February 2025, the Sea Beads of the Month Club was this really cute theme, Flamingo Road, which isn't overtly Valentine's Day, but it's got lots of pink in it, so I thought that was a great choice. The first one was 11S415, which is like a dyed pink color. I've said before, but I don't tend to hang on to dyed colors because they're not color fast over time. So what that means is if you're like making them for sale, you can't necessarily trust that like years ago or years from now, the color will still be the same as it looks now. But it's great if you're just making for yourself or just for fun. I wouldn't hesitate to use it. But if you are like worried about long lasting durability, I don't tend to use dyed colors. This is a very cute color though. The next up was dyed gunmetal 464. It's just like a really nice dark gunmetal metal color. I'm using a little bit smaller bead mat today, so we might get a little cramped on here, but I'll do my best just to kind of show all the colors for you guys. And then we had dyed opaque matte bubblegum pink. Again, another dyed color, so I may not necessarily hold on to it to use for myself, but it is this really, really cute Barbie pink. I like these two together a lot. This kind of actually reminds me of the Ceylon colors, if you have any of the Miyuki Ceylon colors. It is a lot like that. And I did forget to mention earlier that these are Miyuki seed beads. So if you're someone who likes to use really consistent seed beads, Miyuki are great for that. They're very uniform in terms of size. And then we had 242, which is this dyed, oh, excuse me. This is transparent taupe, pardon me. And it's just like a, I don't know if I would necessarily call it taupe, but it is kind of like a silver, almost like a silver lined. It is very pretty, yeah. And then we had Duracoat galvanized like cranberry. Now we're going to be trying to fit stuff on the bottom here. So this is a galvanized color. So it's really good that it's Duracoat because these metal plated ones don't sometimes tend to last long term. So having Duracoat is always great. It's a special coating that's put on there to make sure it lasts a long time. And the next one I was looking at, which I was jumping the gun a little bit, is Duracoat but also dyed. So this is one of those times where I wouldn't hesitate to use this and to hold on to it, even though it's dyed because it has that Duracoat coating. They're still very color fast. And one thing you can do too, if you're worried about like color fastness about some colors, is, well, first of all, take them like I just did and sort of like roll them in your hand and see what happens. Sometimes the dye colors, it'll literally just come right off on your fingers. But the other thing is to just wash it in some water and see what happens. That'll really tell you about the color fastness of a color. And then we have Duracoat Silverline Dyed Smoke Gray, which is something that goes with these guys right here. In fact, I think what I'll do is I'll put him on the edge of the table a little bit. Right there. We are going to get cramped, but this is really pretty. I like this a lot. Actually, I could see myself using it quite a bit. Another dyed color that's also Duracoat. So even though it's dyed, it's very vivid. I wouldn't hesitate to use it because it does have that Duracoat coating on it. It's really nice. And then last but not least, we have 4299, which is Luminous Cotton Candy. And it's really pretty. This is a really bright pink too, as well, but it's not a dyed color. Yeah, we'll see if it can actually get it. And I think the way that these luminous coatings work is that it's like a silver or a clear seed bead with like the hot pink on the inside. So you don't have to worry about the color just coming off. So the only thing that would be affected by losing any color fastness would be the thread passing in and out of it. So all in all, I think this is a really cute theme for Valentine's Day. I don't think, like I said, I'll hold on to these two dye colors, but the rest I can definitely see myself using quite a lot of. I could see this actually making a really cool like cubic right angle weave rope or something like that. It would have that like metallic like hardware kind of look to it. So very cute. All right, I'm going to get this cleaned up and then we'll take a look at the Delicas of the Month Club. Okay, so next let's take a look at the Delicas of the Month Club. I used to only subscribe to the Sea Beads of the Month Club, but a while back I decided I wanted to expand my collection of Delicas, so I subscribed to the Delicas of the Month as well, and I've been doing that for a bit now. So I thought this theme was really cute. It's 70s retro. When I was growing up as a kid, I grew up in the 80s, but it was close enough to the 70s that we had a lot of 70s colored things. So that's what I'll say about that. But first up, we had 245, which is Cotton Candy Pink Ceylon. And there was some crossover actually between the 11OC beads and this one. So if you wanted to use them together, I could definitely see that working because there was a fair bit of pink in this month. And like I said, this is that Ceylon coating, which I do think is very similar to one of the ones that we saw in the 11O. Actually, it's this one I have right here. So it's not a Ceylon color, but it does have a similar vibe to it, if you will. And the next up was 2047, which is Luminous Bittersweet. I may actually already have this one just because I think I just bought it on my own. But it's a really, really pretty orange. And I feel like I don't own enough or use enough orange seed beads sometimes. So it's always nice to get a really pretty orange. It reminds me of grapefruit, some of the ones that came. And then we have Matte Transparent Orange, 744. Always nice to get some matte colors. I don't have or use probably enough matte colors, again, on top of orange. But it's always nice to, if you're using something really sparkly, like put something matte next to it just to kind of like emphasize that sparkly aspect to it. I like that a lot. And then next we had Light Salmon AB 1503. Again, this is really pretty color. It's kind of a peachy with that beautiful AB coating. I really like that one a lot. I am a sucker for AB coatings though. I always think AB is really nice. And then we had Duracoat Opaque Guava, which is again like another really pretty pink. A lot of pinks that could definitely work with the Flamingo Road in here. This is 2115. And then we had 2303, which is Frost Opaque Glaze Rainbow Pistachio. This is neat. I like this a lot. It kind of reminds me of, if you're someone who's a fan of like Sherry Serafini's work, I feel like she likes to use a lot of these colors. Just had a little cat hair on the mat that I took off right there. And then we had 2175, which is Silverline Duracoat. I don't know what SF stands for, but SF Hibiscus. You know, if you know what SF stands for, please let me know in the comments. I would appreciate it because I don't know off the top of my head. But this is a really beautiful, like bright, vibrant pink color. Again, it actually goes really well with, from the 11OC beads, this and this as well. What a good match that is. These themes don't always necessarily like straight up match the sea beads and the Delicas, but it is fun when they do because you can get some really cool stuff that works together. And then last but not least, we had 181, the silver lined light bronze. I'll try to squeeze it in down here at the bottom. Try to get my bigger bead mat out next time. I don't have, I think, anything like that in my metallic sea beads, and certainly not in Delicas. So I'm really thrilled to get this color. Yeah, but all in all, I think that the Delicas especially are a real winner for me this month. I had a lot of things, or I don't have a lot of things in my collection that are like these colors, so I'm thrilled to like kind of round out my Delica collection with some of these colors that I don't have. And I think it's very cute. This is a little bit the 70s retro. Yeah, I could see it with the brown. But yeah, I think it's lovely, and I'm happy with the two themes for this month. So anyways, let me know what you think of the two themes. Let me know if you know what SF means, and I will hopefully see you next month with the March 2025 Sea Beads of the Month and Delicas of the Month. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good one.